Hey everyone, this is Kunal from Digit, and today I have the LG G Pro 2 with me. So let's talk about a bit of the performance. This phablet runs on a Snapdragon 800 2.26 GHz quad-core processor. This has 3 GB of RAM, which is I think ample for a phablet like this. And going by the performance levels, I think the G Pro 2 is not a bad smartphone if you want something like a high-end device. Although we did some benchmarks on it, but comparing it with its rival smartphones, I don't think it's up to the match. Although it did give us a decent amount of score, and judging by the Snapdragon 800, we did expect slightly better on the synthetic benchmarks. But in any case, synthetic benchmarks they don't actually mean a lot, and the real life performance and day-to-day performance means a lot. Overall, I think you can work around very smoothly on the UI. This is running on Android KitKat, which is now the currently the latest update. So if you can see the UI, it's very smooth, very fluid. We don't have any issues with it. It also comes with the LG's patented knock code. So you just double tap and the screen just turns on. So this is actually a very neat feature. You can also turn the device off with this by just tapping on the anywhere empty on the home screen. So it just locks up and double tap and goes back in. So UI is actually very smooth, but I think it's very heavy. The UI, the LG has done a lot on the UI. As you can see, there's so many things happening all around. You get your volume and your brightness level right on the notification bar. You get a lot of toggles on the top. You can quickly open up a memo option where you can quickly write or take up notes and just save it as on the notebook or gallery. So this is actually a very nice feature to have if you quickly want to note down something. You can actually get access to it very quickly. You also get the quick remote, which is actually the infrared port on the top. It uses this to control your televisions, to control your set-top boxes, and a lot of other appliances around your home. So, talking about the UI back again, you get a lot of options on the launcher. The launcher has a bunch of themes. You get your home screen settings if you want any animations, and also lock screen, settings. So you have there are only two themes on this right now. So if you want to change your theme, it will load up. And there you go. So you get new icons here, and overall the whole customized icons and all the wallpaper and all this change. So there are a lot of themes and home screen settings as well. As you can see, I can now change my effects. As you can see, it's giving me the effect, what kind of effect it will give. If I change to carousal, now I go back to home. So now it's going into a carousal mode. So pretty heavy on the UI, but surprisingly, it does not hamper any performance. We tried almost every app. Everything runs pretty smooth. Thanks to the 3 GB of RAM, multitasking is very smooth and you don't face any issues whatsoever. So let's do a bit of gaming on the LG G Pro 2. I have Asphalt 8 on this, and let me just play one round of racing, and let's see how well it performs. We did play a few rounds before making this video, and I think the performance level on the smartphone is actually very good. The textures and the detailing on the road and all, it's actually very nice, and even the volume on the loudspeaker is quite decent. You can see you're getting a lot of details. The game comes out very smooth, and all the textures, all the colors, and surprisingly, there is no lag whatsoever. The Snapdragon 800 works quite well, and the Adreno GPU on it. Gaming performance on the smartphone is actually very good. and we even tried some other games, and we didn't find any issues whatsoever. So in the gaming department, the LG G Pro 2 gets full marks. Everything works very well. As I said, the UI is not so bad, even though it's very heavy. I think for personally for my taste, it's a lot to handle. But LG has surprisingly done a very good job with the UI, as it doesn't lag. We haven't seen any issues here. And also coming to the heating issues, it's pretty normal for an Android smartphone to heat up. And we did see slight, heating up of the device, but it wasn't so much that you can't live with it. Coming to the battery department, it has a 3200 mAh battery, which is a lot, and the Snapdragon 800 has been known to be very efficient. So it gives a full day of charge when you're using your 3G, you're browsing your internet, you're going to your Facebook, Twitter, you're doing a bit of gaming, listen to music. You can get about a full 1 day charge out of the battery, and if you can use it and conserve it properly, maybe about 1.5 day or max to max, a 2 day. I don't think you can manage a full 2 day out of the battery, but if you can use it very, very, efficiently, you can maybe churn out 2 days of battery backup. Uh, Talking about the display again, I think it's a very nice display. We tried it in the sunlight. You can, walk around in the direct sunlight, but the colors do start to wash out, and the brightness also goes away. Viewing angles on this display are actually very good. Uh, the colors don't wash out, the sharpness is there, the detail is there. So display actually very good. Performance also, like I said, it was not so bad, but if we go to the benchmarks, it doesn't score that, it's not so well. Let me take you through the camera. It has a 13 megapixel camera with optical image stabilization, which you don't see on a lot of smartphones these days. The UI is pretty simple. You can take a picture from here, change to video mode. There are a number of modes on it. Your magic focus, dynamic tone, panorama, burst shot, beauty shot, dual camera. Yeah, so it also has a dual camera. So the front and the back camera will start working at the same time. Apart from this, you do have the option of changing a lot of settings. You can change your shutter by voice recognition. There's brightness control. This is actually exposure compensation. Your focus modes, auto, manual, or face tracking. So manually, you can focus by using the distance basically. So there is manual focus on the camera, which is actually quite convenient. So let me go back to auto. Yeah. So you also have option of changing the resolution. If you want a really wide perspective, you can change to 10 megapixel. You get a wider image. You can control the ISO, your white balance, color tones, and the usual stuff. So the pictures are taken by, let me just show you some samples. I think it does a very good job in the detailing. As you can see, I can also see the watermarks, left on the chrome of this car. So actually very nice on the detailing part. It also gives you a slight bit of depth of field, a shallow depth of field, which gives a nice feel to the image. You can see this is slightly blurred, and the object is quite focused. So I was pretty impressed by the camera on the G Pro 2. Although I thought it won't be that good, and I was a little finicky about the optical image stabilization, whether it would actually work or not. But it works actually very good. As you can see, it's still sharp, even if I zoom it, you know, even the text, if I zoom a lot of it, it looks actually quite good. So the camera is on the LG G Pro 2 is very nice, and if if you like shooting outdoors, or occasionally you like shooting for your Instagram, or maybe putting up pictures on Facebook, it's actually a very good camera. Even some of the features on the camera, including manual focus, I think it's a very good option to have on a smartphone. And even smartphone photography is going a large way, so I think a very good camera.